Morning, sir.
Good morning. Hmm, we'll wait for a couple minutes until everybody joins. Anybody has any questions? Any questions? No questions? Okay. Okay, in a minute we will get started with a recap of yesterday's validations and then we'll move ahead with what we will do today. All right, let's get started with a quick recap of yesterday's topics. Hmm? Yesterday, we started off with trying to do the put and the patch, right? That I had given as an assignment. Put request, very simple. Similar to the post we did, except we had to use the HTTP method called put. And the validation status code was 200. And the path parameter is something that we had to add, right? So this is how we started off yesterday's session. Now then, we started validating the headers, correct? Header validation. So how to validate the header? Again, we have to understand that under the given is where we put all the parameters, the input. The when is our action, and then is the validations, correct? So this is the known, this is the action, this section is the validations. So this is where we added the header validation yesterday. Dot header, we have to give the key and the expected value. Again, the key and the expected value. So validation is basically comparing the actual and the expected. So this is where we have the validation is what? Comparing actual and expected. Now we have to give the actual in the sense that we have to give, it has to extract the actual. Expected we give. The actual it has to extract when we give the key. We have to give the key here. The header key is what we provide, and it will extract. Once we provide the header key, it will extract the value and compare with the actual that we have provided over here. Clear? And if I have multiple header validations, I can give like so, comma separated, the key, the expected value, key, expected value, and so on. This is the header validation part. Then we went to the response body validation. So in this example, the first one that we took was a flat, straightforward example. Okay, when the JSON structure is flat, as in you have the root. So once again, if you remember, I had explained to you about the root. This part is the root, correct? This entire the JSON here, okay, starts here and ends. This entire is the root, okay.
Yes, sir.
And inside that you have all the key value pairs here. All the key value pairs are right here. So all these are the children for this. All these are the children for this root, right? So if I give the key, again, the concept is the same. You have to give the key. It will extract the value for that key from the actual. And you are using the Hamcrest matcher to compare the actual and the expected. Now, yesterday I explained to you why we need to use the Hamcrest matcher. Why can't I simply give the value, right? Because the value for a key need not be a string. It can be a string, a number, a boolean, an object, an array of objects, like that. Okay. So it is not a simple plain string like in the header case. Header is always a string value, right? Header is a string value, right? So we cannot give the similar thing for the response body validation, because response body is not what? Is not a simple string. Clear? Yes, everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Next. So how did we do this? First of all, what we have to do is here we have to give the key. Here we have to give the key. Then we have to give the expected yield. Now what it will do? Once you give the key, it will go to the actual, try to search for the key. Now if I just give the key, it will always search under the root. You have to understand. If you just provide the key, if only key is, obviously you have to give the key. Okay. If a single key, as in it's just a single word like this, if job or name or whatever is given, it will always search under the root. It will always search under the root. It will always search under the root. So if I give job, it will go to the root, and in the root, what it will do? It will search for job. Once it finds the job, it will extract this value. Then it will compare with whatever you have given. Okay. This is the logic. Then we went ahead with a path param example, as in the structure is slightly different. What is the structure here? The structure here is a nested JSON. If you observe, the structure here is a nested JSON, right? Can you see that? Nested JSON, everybody?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So this nested JSON. Now, if I want to, for example, validate a value. Now, this is where you have to be very careful, because if I want to, let's say, validate either ID, name, email, first name, last name, author, whatever I want to validate, all these, if you observe, all these are not direct children of the root. Where is the root? Root is here. Okay. And for the root, data and support are the children. Now, for data, you have all these children which are for data, and for support, you have these two. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So if you just directly say ID, where will it search? Tell me. If you simply say ID, where will it search? If I just give ID like this,
Inside the root.
it will always, yes, it will always search under the root. Now, do you see an ID under the root?
No. No.
No, right? So it will fail. Now, how do I see? JSON is a hierarchical structure, right? In this case, hierarchical structure. How do I actually tell it that, hey, go look for an ID which is under the data? I have to use the dot notation. I have to give the parent dot the child. When I give the parent dot the child, first it will go to the parent. From there, it will go to the child, and then it will be able to extract the value. Clear?
Yes.
Everybody got this?
Yes, sir.
So that's how we did data.email, data.support, and all of these validation. That's how we have done support.text. Sorry, support.text. That's how we actually validated. Now, The ham crush match, as you can see, is actually pretty powerful. Here, all this while we have been giving equal to, but now here in this case, where I wanted to compare a part of the string, we gave contains string. Ham crush matches dot contains string. Okay. So we gave contains a string. When we gave contains string, it's like a substring. If I give whatever I've given here as expected, it will search in the entire actual if this part exists. If it exists, it is true. Else it is false. Okay, clear?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Got it. Sir,
This is
can you please send this program, sir? Yesterday, I lost the connection at the last, sir.
yes. I've sent the program.
Thank you, sir. Yes.
All right, today. So what are we going to do today? We are going to further enhance this. Okay, further enhance this, and let us see how things work. Let us take up the example today. Regress again. Okay, this is the regress. I'm going to give you the website again. Go to this section called give it a try. Okay, I want to go to this section called give it a try. All right, I've given in the Zoom chat. All of you open it and go to the give it a try section. Okay, there we have list users, the first one, if you remember, and we had already coded this. I think in the query param example, if you remember, we had a query param example, regress list user, class 4. Do you remember?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Class
sir.
4 regress list users example. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the same. First, let me create a new package, class 7. I'm going to copy this regress list user into class 7 and I will rename this to regress list users body validations. Okay. For reference, I will give this file to everybody. Okay. So I've given the file to everybody, the Java class, okay, which is in class 7 package. So all of you, I want you all to create a class 7 package and put the what? Put the file inside it. All of you do it, do it, do it. Let us now close the others. I want only this to be open. Let us run and check if it gives the response. Yes. I have the response here. All of you, let me know after you execute.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Others,
Done, sir.
done?
Yes, sir.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
All right, fantastic. Now, what is that we have to do? Just run and check once if you are able to get the same kind of response first. Let me know.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Fantastic. Now, let me copy this response because I want you to understand how this response looks. Okay. Let me copy this response. All of you observe. I'm going to put it in the notepad first. Okay. So is everybody with me? Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now observe. Observe. Very, very, very important. Observe. Once again, I'm going to pass the file. Maybe people just joined. I'm going to pass the file again. Okay. So all of you who just joined, passed it in the link. I'm sorry, Zoom chat. Just download the file, create a package called class 7 and put it inside that. Okay. Now I want you all to observe. How is the response structure? So this is what, tell me, this is the, what is this?
Object.
Root.
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 This is the root. The very outermost flower bracket is always the root, this one. Okay. Now for the root, what are the children? Tell me what are the children for the root?
Page per
Data.
page.
Page,
Per page.
per page,
Total.
total.
Total
Pages. Data.
data.
All these are all children for the root.
Yes. Yes, sir.
No.
All
Then
these, tell
data
me.
dot ID email.
No, I want direct children for the root.
Data.
Are these direct children for the root?
No,
No.
not direct. We have to
All
go
right.
through data.
Correct. Now if I scroll down, anything else?
Support also. Then support.
Support. So how many children totally?
Think 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct? These
Yes.
are direct children for the
Root.
root. Now let me delete a few because it is kind of confusing. Let me delete a few objects. Okay. Let me keep only 2. Now it's easier for you to identify which are all the direct children for the root. Okay, clear? Now here is one more. Wait a minute. Support. So page per page, total pages, data and support. These are, if you observe, if I draw a line, they all touch the same line, correct?
Yes, sir.
That means they're all children for the root. Now these, what are they? They are children for what? Children for
Data.
data. But here is the problem. If you observe now, this, no doubt, these are children for the data, but it's not a simple one. You see, you can see there is a square bracket here. Can you see that? There's a square bracket. What does square bracket indicate? Tell me.
Array.
Array of
Objects.
Correct. Array of objects. Now, what do you mean by array of? Which are the 2 objects that you have here? Tell me.
7.
This is the correct. This is object number 1. Correct.
Yes,
And this is object number 2. Everybody with me?
yes.
Yes, sir.
This is number 1, object number 1. And this is object number. I hope everybody is with me. Yes. So far, everybody understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So far. Fantastic. Now, if I want to, when I run this, I get this is my response body. If I want to validate, for example, either page or per page or total pages, how will I write the code? Tell me. We will write it in the Eclipse later, but how will I write it? Tell me. I have to write dot body, correct? Now, if it is either page or per page or total pages, what should I give here? Tell me.
Page.
Page.
Okay, for example, I want page. Page, comma, what should I give here?
Matches.
Matches
Matches
dot
Matches
equal
dot
to,
equal.
and
to
whatever is
page.
the value that I expect. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is how we write. Dot body and page and matches dot equal to is for this. Similarly, if I want for total pages, tell me, what should I put here?
Dot body,
Dot
total
body.
pages, comma, matches dot equal to
Total underscore pages, comma, matches
matches
dot
dot equal
equal
to 2.
to, yes.
Yes, sir. Bracket
Now,
close.
my question. What if I want to validate? Here's the question I have. What if? See, these two, I hope everybody is clear with these two. How you got to this step? Yes, everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, if I want to validate the email for the first one, what should I do?
Then it should be body.
Contains.
Date.
No,
Tell me
for
from
that
dot
it should be
body.
like data
Data
dot
dot
data
email.
dot email.
If I say data dot email, now tell me, is there a email key which is unique under data?
Yes.
No,
Don't you
sir.
have email key here
No,
also?
no, no. There are two.
Actually, there are multiple.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I've just deleted the others. If you see, observe, there are 6 total per page. 6 means there will be 6 email keys.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
in the response,
You
there
have
are
to
6
go
actually.
for index.
So the point here is, if I say data.email, now the question it will have, if I say data.email, it doesn't understand which email you want. Correct? How will it know?
Yes, sir.
Yes, it can match this. It can also match this.
6 matches.
Actually, it matches both. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
How will it
So
match both if we are having the different emails? Say for example data dot email, then matches
it is
dot
not,
equal to
see,
we can.
we are not saying the value.
Mm.
We are
Mhm.
only referring the key.
Okay.
When I say data.email, this key is also email. The second one is also email, correct?
Yeah.
Key is the same. So when I say data.email, it says, look, there are multiple. I will match
Keys.
multiple.
Yeah,
Because
with
it doesn't
respect to
understand
the
which one
key,
you
there
know.
are no differentiation. Just the key, there are no differentiation.
Yes, that's it. So when I say data.email, it says, look, I have multiple matches. I will match everything. What if you want one of them? So you have to give what is called as the index. Now, why am I giving 0 here? Tell me.
Index starts from 0. Yeah.
Correct.
starts
You have to
from
remember this. Very good. Very important. It's a collection of objects, an array of objects. When you are working with an array, index starts from
0.
0.
0. So when I say data of 0 dot email, then it will refer to this key. Data of 0 dot email will refer to this key. So now, what now you can easily complete this data of 0 dot email and then matches dot whatever. Okay, matches dot equal to. What if you want this one? Tell me what you should write.
Data of 1
one.
Data of
1
1 dot
email.
email. Okay,
Yes.
clear everybody?
Yes, sir.
So far clear?
Yes, sir.
Let us try to do this. Okay, first I'll keep this whatever I have now drawn all of this, I'll keep it open as is. Okay, I think it'll be better if I send you the screenshot of this. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
in the Slack, obviously. Okay, anyway I will keep it open also. Okay, I want you to understand. I'll keep it open also. And what you have to do is you have to do the Eclipse code. I will do it later. Okay, clear? I will do it later. I want you to do it now. I'll keep this open. I'll give you 5 minutes. You already have this particular code. You just have to add dot body. Okay? Clear? You have to add
Yes.
dot body, and along with the dot body, you have to add the validation for the page. You have to add the validation for total pages or any other one of these four: page, per page, total pages, you choose. Okay. And then I want you to do validation for one of the emails. You choose the index, one of the emails. Okay. I'll give you 5 minutes.
So we'll write it in a program or how is it like?
Yeah, you have to do it in Eclipse. Right there in Eclipse. Right code.
Yes, sir. Sir, if we are not giving any matches dot equal to, then just can we give data, then the index, then the email?
See, dot body is basically for validations. You have to give the key and along with it the matcher. Otherwise, what will it compare with? Validation is always actual and expected, right?
Yeah.
You
But
have to give the matcher.
yeah, matcher we will give, but without giving the index, if we give the matcher, then will it not try to find it across
I will
the
show you what
entire?
happens. I will show you what happens. That is the next challenge. Okay. For now, you do with the index. I will show you how things work. And then we will do without the index because those are different kind of challenges. Okay.
Sir, in the body, first match spells, it will not go to the next head.
Correct. Correct. We will discuss about that also.
Yes, sir. Completed. It's getting. We're getting the response in the console without any error.
That means the validations have passed, correct?
Yes, sir.
I will also do it. Okay, so let me just delete the tag points. I have to do the dot body. What is the response I have here? Say pitch equal to 2. And then one more is dot body. Data of 0 dot email and matches dot equal to Michael dot loss. All right. Now this should pass without any issues. It should pass. There are no errors. Okay, everybody.
Yes, sir.
Done. Grishma, Purnima, Harsha,
Yes, sir.
Santosh,
Doing so.
Done, sir.
Rupashri.
I got some exception. I'm trying to fix it, Chandra sir.
Okay.
Some Java exception.
All right. No worries. I'll give you one more minute. All right. I hope everybody is done. Anybody getting any errors? Let's solve it quickly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm getting ready.
Share the screen.
Yes. Sir, I'm
You put a
getting error.
semicolon at 21. 21, line number
Again,
21, semicolon.
sorry, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Again, there is a dot at the end of line 22. Remove the dot. Line 22. There's a dot.
This one, sir.
Yes. Remove it.
Oh,
Yes. Now save it.
mm,
There is one, I think, flower bracket missing. You need to add one more.
yes.
Yes. Anybody else getting any errors? Rupa, you're able to solve?
Oh, yes, sir. I fixed it. Yeah, it's working fine for me now.
All right. Shall we continue? Yes?
sir.
Shall we take up the next challenge?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Good. Now, the next challenge is, I don't know I know for sure that, okay, I know for sure that there is an email called, let's take one, Lindsay. I know for sure that there is an email called lindsay.ferguson@request.in. Okay. But I don't know at which index it is present. Are you getting the challenge? Okay. I know for sure. Let's take first name, easier. Okay. Let's not take email. Let's take first name. I know for sure first name called Lindsay exists under data, but I don't know the exact index. How do I validate?
Contains strings.
I'm not asking you a solution. I'm explaining to you the problem. Did you get the problem?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right? So in many instances, this is what happens. See, for example, why would this happen? Oh, you know for sure, right? It is a second index. Well, it is not always the case. Let's take a Gmail example. Okay. Or let's take any example which has a table for that structure, table structure. And Gmail is one such example. Okay. Okay. So let's take a simple table structure. Did we have a fake store API where it has a table or things like that? View card, update card? No, I don't think it has. But if say you have, let me draw it. It's easy for me to explain if I draw. Okay. Now here is a table. Okay. And the table has multiple columns. The table has multiple columns and obviously it has multiple rows. Okay. Table has multiple rows. Now, the challenge here is the data which is there in the first row. Normally, what happens is this could be sorted. The table will be sorted in updated order. What do you mean by updated order? Whichever is the recent most will appear at the top. Okay. Whichever is the recent most will appear at the top. For example, earlier you had user 5. Then here you have user 4. Then here you had user 3 and here you had user 2. Okay, clear? Okay, all right. All of you? Yes, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, take for
Yes, sir.
example, somebody added a new, take for example, somebody added a new user. The new user will come here, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Where will the new user come? New user will come here at the user 6. So what is happening? The order is changing. Are you observing what is happening? Earlier, if for example, Lindsay was here, assume user 5 is Lindsay. Lindsay was here. Earlier, Lindsay was in the first position, index 0. Now, user 6 is added. Lindsay is now moved to index 1. Correct? Is everybody getting this challenge scenario? Right? And again, you have different options. For example, if you want to sort it by name, if you want to sort alphabetically, the order will change. So with all of these challenges, I don't know where this particular user called Lindsay is present under data. I know it is present, but I don't know where it is. How do I validate? That is the challenge. Okay. Now, how do we solve this? All of you observe. I'll try to explain to you step by step how things work. Okay. First up, I will say data dot first name. Okay. First up, what I'll say data dot first underscore name. And I'll give a matcher. I'll give a matches dot equal to, and I'll say int. Obviously, this will fail. Why? Because first name matches multiple, right? There's one here, there's one here, correct? And so on. It'll match multiple. This will fail. But when it fails, I want you to see What is the error it is throwing? Observe. Data dot first name doesn't match. Yes, we know it doesn't match. What was expected? Expected was Lindsay. What was the actual?
Many.
Multiple
Yes.
matches.
But do you see a square bracket here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
sir.
sir. Array.
So tell me, what is data dot first name returning?
Array.
Array of objects.
Array of objects.
Array of all the first names.
Yes.
Let's make it simple English. Array of or collection
First
of
name.
all the first names.
Mm.
Collection of all the first names. Correct? Now,
Yes.
what am I trying to do here? I am trying to do a comparison between a string and a collection. Correct?
Collection. Yes.
So, Sarthak, I hope you got your answer now.
Yes,
What
sir.
if
So,
I don't give the index?
yeah. So basically, as we keep on adding the things, the
Hmm.
the index changes, right?
We will do that. We'll solve that problem also. Don't worry. So now our challenge is we have to check if Lindsay exists in this collection. Our problem is solved. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
See, I don't know the index. If I know for sure that it is in index 2, I can easily give like this. I'm sorry. Like this, it will work. 100% pass. But I don't know the index. So I cannot say you match an exact index. What I can say is search
Col-
for this value and it should exist in this collection. Where? I'm not saying where. Check if the value you want exists in this collection. Now, how do I say that? So,
col-
Hamcrest matcher, I told you, is very powerful. Hamcrest matcher is very powerful. Now, if you had to, observe now, if you had to do this validation, this is a standard assertion. Please remember, I'm not taking some hypothetical example. This is something that we have to do. In real time, when we get a JSON, we have to validate. You can't escape that, right? If you were to do this, using your own logic, how you would have done? First, you have to extract all the first names, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then loop through, correct? Loop through,
Yes, sir.
put an if condition, correct?
Yes, sir.
To check if the expected matches. Then break the
Loop.
if the condition matches, break the loop. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You had to write this code. First, you have to collect all the first names. Then you have to loop through the collection. Loop through the collection as a list. Say, for example, loop through the collection, list collection. Okay? Then put an if condition to check if the expected value matches. If it matches, break the loop. Logic, is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Now here I will show you how to do this with one single Hamcrest matcher. Okay, just
Yes.
observe. Instead of using equal to, I will say has item. Simple. Okay. Now if I run this, it will pass. You can see there are no errors. Do you see how powerful Hamcrest matchers are? Very easy for you to validate. What you have to write in 5 or 10 lines of code, it has done it with one single method. How does it work? Let me show you. I'll make it a small L and run this so that you get the error. And see the error. What is it saying? What is it trying to do? Data dot first name doesn't match. Correct. We know it did not match because you are expecting a collection containing Lindsay. See, it is expecting a collection which has Lindsay in it. So do you know how has item is working now?
Contains.
What is it doing? It is trying to search in a collection for the value that you have given. Easy.
Yes, sir.
Everybody got this?
Yes, sir.
Add this line, run it and let me know. You choose your pick. It need not be linked there.
Sir, I have a question here. So if you want to
Yes, tell
verify
me.
from any input file, let's say Excel sheet or text file, or if from a database, if you want to do it, so you can do
Mhm.
with this ham crush, right?
See, the point is this again. What you're saying is your expected value is either from database or from Excel, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Not the actual, because actual has to come from the response. JSON only. This part you cannot get. This part you cannot expect it to come from database or Excel or anywhere. This has to come from your response. Now this part will come from either database or Excel is what you're saying, correct? So
Correct. Yeah.
you write a code to extract the value from Excel or database using JDBC, pass that value. Okay.
Okay.
That is the only way. You get it?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes, no? Yeah. But real time, we don't connect to the database and validate these values. Please understand. We should not, when doing API testing, we should not connect to the database and validate. There are some extreme cases when we do. Okay. There are some extreme cases when we do. Normally, we do not.
But what if you want to validate any other data from the database? Suppose you are giving some values.
Mhm,
Assume that you have some student database where you are giving storing. You create a record, okay, and
mhm,
the output you get is like some final say some receipt number, something you're getting. Okay.
mhm,
Now, if
mhm,
you want to validate other stuff
mm.
also in the database, so how do we handle?
That is the thing, right? So when you do an API query, when you do an API request, okay, in the response, you only have these fields. The table in the database may have 150 fields.
Correct. Yeah.
The response that you are getting has only 5 fields. Now, you this is what you have. So you have to only work with these 5 fields. If you want to really validate the database, then you will have to write your database queries and validate. So write a simple JDBC program, ask it to fetch a record, loop through the record and try to match each value. API has got nothing to do with that. When you're doing API testing, this is what you have in front of you. Is this valid?
Okay, whatever response
That
we are
is,
getting, so that we need to validate. Okay, we
yes,
have
that's
only
it.
a privilege to check those. Okay.
That's it. Because this is what you have in front of you and nothing else. And the reason why I told you should not check the database is primarily because not everything could be coming from the database. See, there are layers of cache. Caching mechanisms will be there. Whenever you do a request, not every request value will come from the database query. A record could be inserted in the database. It could be indexed, and the indexed record could be stored in cache mechanisms. What cache mechanisms? You have Redis cache, right? So it could be there in the Redis cache. So
Okay.
what happens is when the get request is sent, it may refer the cache data, not the database. So your data might be coming from the cache. So there are several mechanisms in place. And in such cases where you are actually finding a problem is actually you might end up a problem where when you hit the get request, After you do a post request, immediately get request will not fetch a value. Okay, because the cache is not yet updated. So what you have to do, you have to wait for the cache to get updated. These are some of the challenges. We'll discuss that. Okay. So there you have to put a delay, or there you have to check how the API works. So what happens is normally when you are doing a get request, when you do a get request, the developer would say, go to the code, in the code, refer to the cache and try to get it. But if it does not exist in the cache, the developer should also write the code to go to the database, fetch it and return the value. Sometimes the developer will not do it. Okay, the developer will say, look, it is okay. Nobody will do an immediate get after a post. So we will ignore that. It will take maybe a couple of seconds for the cache to get updated. We will not do it. These are some of the challenges. Okay. Again, these are development related challenges, but I'm trying to give you. Did you all complete this?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes.
here we are using has item, right? Giving full
Correct.
string. In case if we want to search with any substring, how we can use with has item, sir?
Substring is only for a string. You understand,
Okay.
right?
Yes, sir.
Substring is for a string. This is a collection. What you are seeing here is a collection.
Okay, sir.
So you'll have to go with the value.
Okay.
Now
sir.
observe. What if I want to validate more than one? Say, for example, I know that Lindsay and George both are there, but I want to validate both. So what you can do is similar to this. I'll write one more, but I will use has items. And I'll give 12. The has item is for singular. Has items, plural, multiple. So I can give Lindsay and George. So both of them exist, both of them match. Even if one of them does not exist or there is a case mistake, you will end up with an error. This one passed, this one failed. Easy. Write out has items, write out has items. Done? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Now, very important, observe. Okay. I have used has item. I've used has items both. Okay. Now, what if I want to compare all of them? I want to check if all of them exist. I can use has items and check if all of them exist. Or I can use one more important one, which is called, okay, which is called contains. Contains. Now the contains, you have to understand, very important. This is, it's slightly weird. When I mean slightly weird, what I'm trying to explain to you is that it is not, the word contains, actually, the word contains in all of our mind. What does it mean? It means that there is something like a partial match, correct? Contains for all of us is like a partial match. But here in the world of ham crushed matchers, contains is not a partial match. Contains is basically like you are comparing two collections. You are comparing two collections, this collection versus this collection. And it's an exact match. It's an exact match. What do you mean by exact match? I'll show you. Observe. Now let me remove one of them. I'll remove Rachel. Okay. So now how many I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I run, I'll get an error. It says an iterable. Iterable is like a collection through which you can iterate containing Michael, Lindsay, Tobias, Byron, George. However, it found Michael, Lindsay, Tobias, Byron, George, and Rachel. So basically, contains is an exact match. Okay, see here, for a positive match, the examined iterable must be of the same length as the number of specified items. That means totally how many items are here in the actual? There are 6. So when I am comparing, I should also have 6. Clear? Again, if I make a case mistake, will it work?
No, sir.
No, it won't work. Okay. The other interesting thing here, I'll tell you. If, for example, I will take the same. Now, two things we have understood. Number one, when I'm using the contains, I should give exactly the same number of elements as present in the response, actual response. Clear? Exactly. Exact match. On top of that, I should give the same elements. I cannot make a case mistake or anything like that. So two things we have done. Understood. Then there is one more challenge here. I cannot change the order also. For example, if you observe, if I make Lindsay as the first and Michael as the last, and I run, it will fail. I have the same 6 elements. I have the same 6 elements. And a case, everything is correct, but it still fails. So contains, you have to understand, is an exact match. What do you mean by exact match? Same number of elements in the same place. Okay? Same number of elements, same elements in the same place. Clear? Now you might say, okay, when will I see such a use case? I'm not saying you will see this kind of use case every time, but you should be aware that this is also possible. Why? Because I'm trying to tell you, otherwise, if you have to do this kind of condition manually, if you have to do this check manually, you have to first of all create a collection with all this value. Then you have to get the first name as a collection. Then you have to compare the two collections. But you are able to do it using just a half-crest matcher. Clear? Are you all able to get this?
That order that
Hmm.
we have written, say for
Hmm.
example, we just have to find 2, 3. Just has item
Yeah,
with
you have
just
to
has
use it
items.
as items. Yes. It contains, it's an exact collection. Now there is one respite they have given, which is you can match exactly, but if you don't want the order of matching, then you can say contains in any order.
Mhm.
Now you still need to adhere to two conditions. Number one, there should be 6 elements and exactly same elements, but you can now change the order. You can now change the order and it will work. Clear? So these are the two other important half-crest matches. Okay, try it out, all of you. Try it out. Contains 6 elements. How did I do it? Very simple. I copied from the response only. I made a mistake, copied from the response and put the double quotes. Easy for me. Okay. Now let me do one thing so that it will save you some time. I will give you this code. Okay. So that you can copy paste from the code. Okay. It's in the Zoom chat. Download and you can copy paste. Try it. Done, everybody.
Done, sir.
Others.
Yes, done, sir.
Fantastic. Okay. So these are some of the very important Hamcrest matches. Now let me show you one more very interesting one. Okay. What if I want to check? Okay, here's the thing. Sometimes what happens is when you receive a JSON, sometimes you want to check whether a certain key exists. Now, the certain key may depend on the type of data. Okay, so for some data, the key may be there. For some data, the key may not be there. Okay, let's say for a normal user, a certain key may be present. For a super user, a certain other key with different permissions may be present. Getting it? Okay. So how do I verify if a particular key exists? I'm not worried about the value. First, I want to verify if the key exists. Okay. So in this case, for example, I want to check if under support, a key called URL or key called text exists. How do I check if a key exists? I'm not talking about value. Okay. So in such a case, what do we do is we say dot body. Now, where is the key? What is the parent for the key? Tell me. I want to verify, say, I want to verify if URL exists. Tell me, what is the parent for this?
Support.
Support.
Support
Support is
dot.
the parent, correct?
Parent.
So under support, URL exists, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Everybody? Yeah? So now what I have to say is under support, using ham crest matchers, check if a key called URL exists. Support has key URL. Please understand, I have to give the parent. I have to give the parent. If I don't give the parent, where will it search for URL? Tell me. Where will it search? Under the
Root.
Root.
under the root, correct?
Yes.
So now let me run this and show you. This will pass. Very simple. It will pass. But if I give something else, how do I understand it is passing? If I give something wrong, it will tell. It says support doesn't match a map containing URL1 under. Okay. So this is the actual map. See what it does. The hash key, it will take all of the key value pairs as a map and check if a key called URL exists under a particular. Okay. See, for example, it's under support. So this entire support is considered as a map. Okay. So in that map, it is trying to check whether URL1 exists. But it doesn't find URL1 because it contains only two things, URL and text. Clear? Okay. So this is how has key works. Has key means you have to give the parent. Now, you might have a challenge. Okay. What if I want to compare that a key called total exists? And where is total?
Under the
Under
root.
root.
Under the
Root.
root. Correct. Now, how will I write? If I had a parent called something, I would have given. I had a parent called support, I gave URL. But now I need total. Where is total? Under the root. So if you want to compare something under the root,
Dot.
don't give anything. Don't give anything.
Okay.
Okay. Clear? Try it out, all of you. Try this. Very important. Try this.
Sir, one more question, sir. So, like regular testing, so how
Hmm?
do we cover negative scenarios here with respect to API automation?
We'll do that. We'll do that. When we come to scenario-based testing in our framework, we will write.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
first we'll come up with all the positive and negative scenarios, and then we are going to create the data set for it and execute. Okay,
Okay.
we'll do that. Done?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll pause here today. Okay, we'll pause here today. Tomorrow we will not be having class. Okay, tomorrow we'll not be having class. There is some okay family commitment that I have to take. So next class will be on Friday.
Yes,
Tomorrow is Thursday, right?
yes, sir.
Okay. Next class will be on Friday. So Friday's class, very important. We are going to do an additional challenge on this, and we will start working on GitHub.
Yes,
We have to start working on
GitHub.
GitHub. Okay. So I want all of you to be prepared with a GitHub account, personal account, sign up to GitHub. You all have done it, most of you. But those of you who have joined only for automation, I want you to go to github.com. Okay. GitHub.com. And I want you to sign up with your Gmail. Easier. Sign up with your Gmail, personal Gmail account, sign up. And then I'll tell you what you need to do. Clear?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Sir.
So I will see you on Friday.
Sir.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you,
Sir.
sir.
Yeah. Sorry?
So right before
Yesterday.
we go, so here we
Yeah.
are having that matches.hasKey total
Mhm.
when we wrote, it took
Mhm.
it. But when we did not give any, that support, we did not give any support, just the empty quotes and then matches.hasKey and URL, it failed. Why is that?
Correct.
We are having the
See,
URL also.
you are having the URL, but the parent for the URL is support. If you
Yeah.
don't give anything, it will search under root. And root does not contain any key called email.
Oh,
A
okay.
URL,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sir. Mm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sir. Sir. One.
Yeah. Tell me, Yolat.
Sir, yesterday I was absent, so I
Mhm.
don't have that video access, sir. Can you provide that access?
You don't have video access.
I mean, yes.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
You are in Akshara app?
No, 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 sir. Yesterday I was absent, so maybe because of that I didn't get that video.
No, 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 no. You're there in Akshara app, right?
Yeah, I'm there, sir.
B142.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
Go to your Akshara app, B142 batch.
Only
You will
yesterday.
find. No, no, no.
Yesterday's
You'll have
it's
all the
not
videos.
uploaded. Sir,
It's not
yesterday's it's
uploaded.
not uploaded. Yes, sir, I checked it.
Wait a minute. Correct, ma. It is not uploaded. Oh. Yeah, right now only I will put wait. Okay. Right now I'll put. Okay. Wait. Let me check. There's something wrong. I'll ask him to update right now. Okay.
Oh, sir.
I'll ask the team to do it. Thank you. Thanks
Yeah.
for reminding. Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
all. Today's class and yesterday's class both. Okay.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.